All right, folks, it is Friday Night Blitz Media Days as we are getting you ready for the 2023 season. And, of course, we shine a spotlight on the crew over in the City of Champions, the Salem Spartans. Joining right now, the head coach entering his 5th year as head coach of the Salem Spartans, Coach Don Holter. And, Coach Holter, thanks for being on Friday Night Blitz Media Days.
Thank you for having us, Jermaine.
Well, Coach, another strong season. Last year, you lost in the regional finals, shared the River Ridge District title, 19 straight playoff appearances going right now. You went 10-3 last year. Obviously, you wanted to win the whole thing, but overall, pretty strong season by your Spartans last year.
Strong season. It's there's a standard of excellence in Salem, and hey, hats off to EC Glass, and they did a great job. But there's work to do in 23.
And then when you look at overall, how do you feel you've grown as a coach? I mean, you're in your 5th year. I mean, you have a state championship, and you've still kept that train going, the mules going, everybody else going. How do you feel you've grown as a head coach over the last few years?
Well, maybe I've gotten a little more patient. Some of my players would disagree probably, but, the things that make you successful are always the same. You have a standard, you have goals each and every day. What is your purpose for the day? And we reiterate that to our players, and our purpose for that 2 hours is to get better in everything we do, pay attention to the little things, and the big things take care of themselves. And we reinforce that with our players, and they understand that. This particular group has worked extremely hard in the off season, and we're looking forward to a great season.
Looking at your team, I mean, you're still loaded for bear. You got a lot of strong players. Are there any ones in particular we should keep our eyes on, except for obviously the obvious ones, but just anyone in general?
Well, obviously, people read the paper and they see the news and Twitter and social media and all those things, but, it's football family, and the eyes should be on everyone, particularly offensive and defensive fronts. I'm really looking forward to the development and the progress those guys are going to make throughout the process of their growth. Got a lot of linemen offensively and defensively, but we have a program, and those youngsters will rise, and they will take their turn and get better.
Once again, you have a strong schedule, but a game that kind of stands out. I mean, I'm sure first time you're ever going to meet up with Liberty Christian, you host them over at Salem Stadium, start off the season. Talk about putting that game together, because obviously, year in, year out, I'm sure there are times for you it's kind of hard for you to find non-district games, but overall, I mean, you got a pretty strong one right out the gate.
We do, and we've had difficulty finding non-district games over the past few years for whatever reason, but it is what it is. But hey, Liberty Christian is a fine football program. Coach Rocco coaches those guys up really well. They're big, they're talented, they're physical. Looking forward to the matchup. It's going to be an outstanding opener. It'll be a good litmus test to where we are right there in that moment.
I'm thinking about it. That might be a game of the week candidate, maybe a Ryan Moy appearance. I don't know. I'm just saying it just has a game of the week feel to it. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, there's some other good ones, don't get me wrong, but that LCA Salem matchup really is pretty big time when you got programs. I got to ask you this. I mean, you've been doing this for a while, either as an assistant or head coach, and it seems like more and more now that a lot of more players with Division I, and I'm talking Power 5 Division I, abilities are starting to get looked at in our area. How neat is it to see that sort of come back into play, where to me it seems like there's more of an emphasis, or that major programs at the college level are coming to recruit kids not only at Salem but in our area?
Sure. Well, there was somewhat of a stigmatism about 757 and 540 and all those things, but there are darn good football players on this side of the state, and particularly in 540 area code and in this valley. And kids work hard. There's talent here, and the colleges and the D1 Power 5 schools have recognized that, and they've seen it. Week in, week out, you got to be your best every week, because everybody around you is also talented and well coached, and try to do the little things right. So iron sharpened iron.
And I mentioned before, I mean, we're looking at your schedule. I mean, you got a lot of playoff caliber teams on your schedule. Obviously, Liberty Christian, Franklin County. You're at William Fleming at Northside. You host PH, team you split the district with. You host Hidden Valley. You go to Pulaski, you get a bye, and you're at Cave Spring, Christiansburg, and Blacksburg. So that's a pretty strong schedule for you, Coach.
It is, and we're pleased, you know. Sharpen your sword. I mean, it is what it is. You be the best. You got to play the best week in and week out, and that is our standard, to be the best.
And Coach, what does Friday nights in the fall mean to you personally?
Oh, Friday nights in the fall they're incredible. They're special. It's an opportunity for your community, particularly ours, in the city of Salem. I'm partial, obviously, but I believe we have the greatest little community there is, and to get the support year in and year out that we do from kids that are, 5 years old to 88 years old. And we've got some folks that other than COVID, they've never missed a game in the history of Salem High School. So it's a celebration of our community. And when we're successful, it's not just our football program, but our whole community, our city.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, it's always a joy seeing you. By the way, great haircut. Compliments to his barber and mine as well. I use Gillette and Barbasol. Who's your barber?
About the same.
That's good stuff.
Thanks for the recommendation.
Thank you so much, Coach Don Holter, head coach of the Salem Spartans. And of course, Spartans, don't walk, can't walk off. See, got to stay in the shop. Got to talk about you for a second. Salem Spartans, they will start the season August the 25th over at Salem Stadium as they take on the Liberty Christian Bulldogs in a big one. So again, Coach, good luck this season. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate what you do for high school football. Really.
Thank you, sir. And we appreciate what you do for high school football because you give us some good stuff there. So thank you.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we have Friday Night Blitz Media Days rolling on as we put a wraps on looking at Salem Spartans. We'll have more teams coming up down the pike.
Give me your sense of what it's like going into your senior year of Salem football. How do you feel?
I feel super excited for it. It's like a time where, like, I used to always think when I was a freshman, I was just like a freshman, so now to be in my senior year is just super exciting, and I'm ready to win like a state championship.
How do you feel like you've grown as a player since like your freshman year?
I feel like my freshman year, I was playing safety at the time, and I was about like 160. And then during my sophomore year, I played safety too. And junior year, I played safety but moved to outside linebacker, and I grew a lot. And I think that I've like developed as a player and also as a man too at Salem.
Let's talk more about that. How do you feel like Coach Holter, and how do you feel like he's helped you become a better person on and off the field?
I feel like that he's been like a great person to me on and off the field. He's helped me like become like more of a man, and like I just like the way like his practice style, everything like just focus on detail and like just like be like your best self every day and work every single day so you can be like the best in your position.
Yeah. 10-win season last year. I mean, a lot of schools would kill for 10 wins, but obviously, I know you guys have the highest of expectations. What is it about Salem football and the mentality that you guys always have week in and week out? Like, where does that come from?
I say it just comes from just like the people there, just like the players and also the coaches too. We all have that mentality. So just like going 10-3 last year wasn't really like our best season, and I feel like this season that we also just like grow on that. But our mentality is that like we have to be better every single day, Monday all the way through Friday until game day, and then we have to like execute that on Friday.
The defense is always like a trademark of what Salem football is. How do you feel like that has grown over the last few years? How do you feel like that's gotten even better?
I feel like we have gotten better. I'd say like we got like more like athletic, and everyone on the field like we like play as a team, and like we're all fast, we're all like physical, and like that's what makes like a great defense.
When you have guys like Peyton who's able to score points and put up, we have a Salem offense that does what it does. Does that make your job easier when you're out on the field?
Like it does, because like we're already up on the scoreboard, but then there's also our job like to like make them like not score and keep stopping them.
The region final, take me through that one more time, and what wasn't happening in that game, and how is that motivating you guys going into this season?
I'd say like that game we weren't really playing as a team. We're just like playing for like each other. We weren't like really like that focused compared to like our other games that I've been through. So I say like this year we should just like start playing more as a team, and we have like developed that during this off season. Like we've been working hard, and I feel like this year like we're going to be competing for the state title.
The senior class, as Peyton said, super physical. What is it about this team the senior class that makes it special, that makes it unique?
I say just like our bond. I mean, we've been playing since always just like rec. So just like our bond when you have with each other, and we always like got each other's back. And I say like the most thing is like, bro, just like all like athletic. We have like so many athletic kids on our team that are fast and just like everything.
How have you grown as as a player? I mean, how did you the love for the sport?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
The love from the sport came from when I was 6 years old. That was the first time I played football. I remember I got on the field. I didn't really know what I was doing, but then I got the hang of it. And ever since I loved it. And then I've had the opportunity to also get like D1 offers that I always dreamed of.
Yeah, how's the recruitment going? I mean, what's that process? What's that been like for you?
I say it's been great. This spring it picked up. I gained like over like 20 offers this spring, and then yesterday I just dropped like my top 8 schools. So it's been exciting and a blessing.
That must give you a lot of confidence as a player. I mean, to be able to get offers. I mean, how does that translate into the success you're having on the football field?
I say it just makes me just want to go even harder. To like, I'm just thankful like to be in this in this position. So just to like show myself, and every day I just go like it's me versus me, and I gotta be the best player of myself and focus on me.
Clearly, you still have some decisions that you have to make, but give me a sense of what you're looking for in that college program that you want to be at.
I'm looking for somewhere I can have like a great education, and also where I can be around like great people, great players, and also like great coaches and like the community, and also where I can be developed on and off the field as a man and as a player too.
When you have guys like Peyton who've gone through the process, you're going through it now, how do you feel like that translates into the success that younger kids are having because they see what you guys are able to do and they kind of want to be like you? I mean, how do you feel like all that success you're having in college offers and stuff like that can lead to success for you guys?
Like I say, it gives people hope because, like, you know, we're from Roanoke, it's like a small area, but people see me getting offers, Peyton, and more people, like, it has really blown up, so kids want to keep striving to be great because they know they have opportunity, like, to get that offers like me.
How do you handle the emotions of being a senior and also being focused as a football player?
It's kind of like a reality hit, like, dang, I'm a senior. I used to always, when I was a freshman, like I said, it was like, wow, that's far away, that's fine, but now it's here. So I'm just going to just enjoy every moment of it and cherish all the time I have with my teammates.
I mean, I'm assuming your goal as a team is to win the state title.
Yeah.
So what would that mean to you?
That would be super important to me. The last time I won when I was a freshman, but now since I'm a senior, like, I want to win it for myself and my team, and I think that, like, we deserve that.
Well, no matter what happens, what do you hope is the legacy you leave behind at Salem?
I hope the legacy that I leave, I mean, I just like break lots of records, and also my legacy is that I want to show kids in this area like they can make it out like just like me, and they can get all the offers and get all the fame, and like the sky's the limit.
For sure. Well, we're looking forward to seeing what you're able to do, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Best of luck to you.
Thanks.
So you're going to your final year at Salem.
Yes,
Can you believe it's been your senior year?
Crazy.
How do you feel?
It's crazy, you know. Went by fast, definitely, real fast.
You look back at the last 3 years, like what memories kind of stick out to you at first?
It was tough at first,
Yeah.
but going through years, you know, got right with the program and got through it.
Why was it tough?
This leadership, seniors, scout teams are different. Gonna get some higher level seniors, which made me better now, so I'm glad for that.
What did you learn about yourself as a player and maybe as a team from last year?
Definitely got more confidence. The team got more confidence, more leadership, and we just went through a lot of adversity.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at that last game. I know it didn't end the way you wanted to, but what do you feel like? What did you learn from that experience?
You know, I'm gonna think about it real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was definitely a tough game.
Yeah.
It wasn't really our best game we played, definitely all season, but tried to go through it. Didn't go how we wanted.
Yeah, your teammate there was talking about how you guys just need to play more together. So what do you guys do in the off season to kind of fix that?
Oh, definitely more team bonding.
Yeah.
In the weight room a lot, definitely.
Let's talk about you as a football player. How did you fall in love with the sport?
Since I was little, been playing since I was 5. You know, love it. Always play tackle, never flag, none of that.
Well, what is it about the sport? I mean, maybe besides the hitting.
Right.
I mean, that's always the favorite part of everyone. What is it about it though that's kind of kept you going?
It kept me busy. Out of trouble, stuff like that. Definitely kept my head straight.
So now you go into your senior year. Just like, how do you handle the emotions of just being a senior and?
Definitely a lot, but keep calm, keep going through it, and try and win that ring.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like when you walk onto that field, or when you storm onto the field for the first time? Like,
Right.
what are you going to be thinking about?
Just trying to win this game. That's it. Trying to win.
Yeah. So you look at you guys always. I feel you guys always play the toughest schedules of anyone.
Right.
How do you feel like that has always like made you guys stronger, like those like non-district games?
Oh,
that you guys-
definitely. Definitely, we like playing better competition because it helps us in them other games. And yeah.
What is it about the mentality of this team? Like, where does that come from? That tough mentality.
Oh, always go 110%. Always pushing. Always thriving. Work as a team. Brotherhood. Always pushing.
What's special about this senior class? Your teammates were talking about how physical you guys are. So,
Definitely. Really athletic. Very fast.
So that time in the weight room. I
Yeah.
mean, how much time do you spend in the weight room?
Oh, whole bunch.
You basically live there.
Yeah, definitely. The whole team, definitely.
Yeah, we send your mail there.
All right, exactly, right.
So when you have guys like Peyton, who they're trying to build his future there, like how does that like influence or like try to, what's the word I'm looking for, like how does that like show by example what could be possible for the rest of you guys?
Definitely. Peyton's very humble. A very good player. You know, helps us try through, helps us, work better, play better.
What's it like to see him? That kind of player that he is.
Oh, amazing, man. Very fast.
Yeah, how do you describe his speed? Just like
like lightning,
Yeah.
thunder, flash,
yeah, like,
blink.
it's like you blink, you miss it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
When you have guys like that, I mean, like, does it kind of make you like the confidence? Like, what kind of confidence does it give you guys?
Everybody, confidence up, definitely.
What goals do you have going into your senior year?
Win the ring. That's the main goal, and just go through every game, 100%, blow teams out.
What would that mean to you to be able to get that ring for your senior year?
Mean everything to me.
And what's the legacy you hope to leave behind?
Hope everybody remember my name, Chris Martin, and just do what I do.
Well, Chris, I appreciate it, man. Best of luck to you.
Definitely. All right, thank you.
How do you feel going into your senior year?
Man, I feel great. 4 years coming up, leading to this moment. We've all dreamed of our senior year. Are we going to win a state championship? What's going to go down? So I'm super excited to get in there with my guys and see what happens.
I know you guys have the highest of expectations every year. Give me a sense of how last year went and what you guys learned from that.
Last year was a great year. Always like being around the seniors and the other juniors. They like being around the seniors too. But now that we're seniors, we're the people that everybody looks up to. It's a little bit different. You got to take responsibility. You got to take control of the situation sometimes, and you got to be a leader overall. So it's a lot, but slowly we're gonna get into the swing of things, and I feel like our senior year is gonna go smoothly.
I'm gonna move your mic up, actually.
Okay. Is it moving a lot or?
Nah, you're good. It's just, I don't want it to get close this way. I don't know if I did that right.
That's cool. There you go.
It's a little good though. Yeah, I get the sense that for you guys it's always been like state championship or bust. So what do you feel like it's going to take for you guys to get to that ultimate prize this year?
I feel like it has a lot to do with teamwork. We got to come together as a team, as a brotherhood, and fight it out on those Friday nights, and hopefully play on those Sundays. Going into our senior year, I'm super excited, optimistic, because we got a lot of good people, we got a lot of skills, a lot of people, trying to get to the next level. This is their year to show out. So, I'm excited for them, and I'm excited for what this team has.
Your off season was a little bit busier than a lot of your teammates. Congratulations again on committing to Tennessee. Can you
Thank you.
take me into that process a little bit more now that we kind of have you sitting down with us?
Man, Tennessee was like a second to none decision for me. Me and my family, we'd always take vacations to Tennessee. So being around Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, I'd already had that foundation, and given the opportunity to play at the University of Tennessee, that was like a second to none decision. And I feel like for most of the time throughout my recruitment, I was just procrastinating, and I knew where I was going. I remember I went to the, I want to say it was either the spring game or the 865 live event that they had. While we were on our way back, my parents, they told me, they're like, yeah, give them a call. You already know what you want to do. I wanted to commit, but I had to sleep on it, and then the next morning I gave Coach Mack a call, and they were sitting on that G. I had to send them over to O.
Is it still a pinch me moment sometimes when you wake up and said like this is my future?
Sometimes, but I know that I've worked hard for it. I've faced adversity, been through ups and downs with injuries and everything. So, it does feel a bit crazy to me because I never would have imagined myself, given the opportunities that I have. But also, I feel like I've earned it, and this is the life that I want to live. So,
Does it take some of the burden off, the weight off of like having to think of, you know, where you're gonna go, like going into your senior year? Is that now you can just focus on Salem football?
Yeah, it's a lot of stress off of my shoulders. You know, ever since I committed, you know, I just completely shut down my recruitment and let everybody else know that like this is where I'm going 110%. And all the other recruits that I've been around that are coming too, super dope people, you know, definitely people I want to hang around, and the coaches for the next 4 years of my life.
You were also pretty busy on the track, a couple state titles there over in Lynchburg back in June. What kind of confidence does that give you going into your senior year on the football field?
Mindset, it's me versus me. You know, I've already proved myself my sophomore year and obviously did my junior year, so now it's really just me versus me and see if I can, you know, PR and maybe get something and maybe a time that I never thought I'd be able to get. So, you know, I'm super optimistic about it, super excited.
When you talk about the talent that you're bringing onto the football field, how do you feel like you're contributing to a team that has a lot to offer? Like you have a lot of teammates that brings their own thing. How do you feel like you play into that, especially given like the success you've had off the football field?
I feel like our team's a little bit different, you know. Our coach, he tries to get us, get a handful of leaders, but I feel like we can all be leaders and we all feed off of each other. So that's why I feel like this year, for our senior year, we're all really going to come together because I feel like we have one of the strongest bonds out of, maybe any other Salem team. So I feel really good about it. Definitely have a lot of leadership that we got to put in, towards these younger guys and, hopefully give them a good foundation for when they start.
Yeah, let's delve into more of that senior leadership. I mean, what's special about this senior class that's really unlike any other that we've seen before at Salem?
I'm not going to be that person I guess I am today. I honestly feel like we have one of the most athletic classes that has came through Salem, period. And, I'm very happy that I'm with the guys that I'm with on the field. Those nights when we're battling out, I wouldn't want to be with anybody else.
There's some emotion that goes into, going into your final year. What do you think you're going to be thinking about when you run out onto the field at Salem Stadium for that first game, your last first game, and how do you handle all those emotions?
Man, it's a happy sad. Everything inevitably comes to an end. So you really just got to take it in, in the moment and not sulk about it. Just play the game. It's a sport that I love, so you got to have fun at some point.
No matter what happens, what do you hope is the legacy you leave behind here at Salem?
Hopefully I could break some records, leave an impact on some of these kids coming up who are also playing football. I just want my name to be remembered in Salem.
All right. Appreciate it, man.